The artist that I picked, his name is Jose Clemente Orozco, and he's an artist whose painting I had to connect to the Beatitudes, and I picked 4 Beatitudes for today. The first one was blessed are those who have been persecuted for the righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom in heaven. This is the 8th Beatitude, and it means to me that doing what's right does not mean you have to be in trouble for it, or people that standing up for their faith or what they believe in are getting in trouble, and that's not right. The second beatitude I picked was the 5th one, which is named Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. This means that if you show kindness and forgiveness towards others instead of giving back the cruelness that they portrayed you, that when you're in a tough situation and you need mercy so you don't get in much trouble for committing a sin, your punishment will not be as severe. The next beatitude I picked was blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be the sons of God. They shall be called sons of God. To me, this means people that are always against violence. They're always looking for peace in a situation, and they're trying to use their words to calm people down instead of using violence only when it's absolutely necessary. The last beatitude I picked was blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. This means if you're grieving over something negative, you will be comforted by God and reassured that everything will be all right. Like if someone, if you know, dies and you take the time to mourn them, God will be there to reassure you. This is the first part I picked. This is Prometheus that Orozco drew, and I'll explain how this connects to the first beatitude I explained. This is the second painting. This one connects to the second beatitude I chose. It's called The Epic of American Civilization. And it mainly really does connect to that beatitude. This is the third one. It's called Catharsis. This painting relates to the Peacemakers one, the Peacemakers beatitude. And the last painting I picked was Blessed are they that are mourn, they shall be comforted. This one is called Dive Bomber and Tank, and this relates to that beatitude. I'm going to explain each beatitude. This painting is connected to that first beatitude. It's called Prometheus, and we can see it representing the 8th beatitude. Prometheus is a figure, and he was persecuted for righteousness' sake. He stole in Greek mythology. He stole fire from the gods. He stole fire from the gods to bring it to humanity for the humans' benefit. This caused him to get in very much trouble, and it relates to the 8th beatitude because the righteousness' sake was Prometheus bringing the fire to the humans, and he was persecuted, like it says in the beatitude, for doing so. So he did the right thing, but got in trouble for it, which isn't right. This second painting is called The Epic of American Civilization. This does not directly relate to the 5th beatitude, which states, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. But we can still depict the theme of mercy in 2 different ways. One way is the recognition of injustice, and this shows the injustices suffered by indigenous peoples at the hand of European conquerors. Orozco prompts the viewers to recognize the need for mercy towards the marginalized and oppressed communities. Another way is the call for compassion. As a result for Orozco's work, compassionate understanding may be espoused towards marginalized and mistreated groups in the past, as indigenous cultures are depicted in their resilience in the face of adversity. Is emphasized people have been wronged may feel empathy and want to extend their mercy. This picture is called Catharsis, and this one shows the 7th beatitude, which revolves around peacemakers being close to God. Catharsis is centered around the purification and emotional release. One of the main goals of catharsis is to find a sense of peace or resolution by confronting your inner conflicts, which is basically the problems that you have inside that you don't show nobody else. This painting could be seen as a metaphor for the spiritual journey towards reconciliation, which is also essential for the peacemaking process. So those people that are peacemakers and don't resort to violence, they went through this journey, and this painting represents the journey that they went through, so they're more wise and they don't hurt nobody. This last and final painting is called Dive Bomber and Tank, and they can definitely connect to the 2nd beatitude, which is those who mourn, they shall be reassured by God and blessed by God, so they know that everything is okay and they have nothing to be negative about. This painting depicts a bunch of chaos and destruction, where innocent lives are lost and places are destroyed by the effects of war. The painting can be seen as a representation of mourning in general for all the lives and places that were destroyed and due that were lost and destroyed due to the harsh reality of war. All the places that were built up by the bonds of people, and that's worth something to mourn for. All the people that died and the bonds that you build with other people, that's worth mourning for. As you can see, there's a crying face on the team, and it shows how the picture represents that beatitude.